Windows 365 sells you on simplicity, lightweight, easy, done in minutes. But after you deploy your cloud PCs, that's when the real work starts. App management is a full-time job. Then there's images, updates, right-sizing, backups, restores, DR. And for an experienced admin like you, none of that is really hard. There's just a lot of it. So let's fix that. To make Windows 365 work, you need a few things. A license, then an OS image that you want to use, and a network to run it on. Then you're also going to put it all together with a provisioning policy, which is going to configure the cloud PC. So right away, you have to make some choices. Take OS images. This is really about solving two problems: app management and security. Now, if you're using the images that Microsoft provides, you need a way to deploy apps onto that VM, which is going to take longer to make your cloud PC actually useful. Or you go down the custom image path. And if so, what use cases are you supporting? How many images will you need? Or some combination of a custom base image with different groups of applications. It's all really up to you, and so is the work. So how are you going to do all of that? Well, Windows 365 doesn't have a way to package or deploy apps or images, so you're going to need other tools. Now, Intune doesn't directly package apps, but you can use it to deploy apps that you have repackaged, taking your MSIs and EXEs and then making them Intune WIN files. And of course, Intune does not do anything fast. So you're going to have to wait, sometimes for days, for all the reporting to come in to see if your apps even failed to deploy. So let's try a different tool for all this. In Nerdio Manager, go to Applications, and there is a lot of options. And I'm not going to cover everything on apps today, but if you want a video on that, comment below with Nerdio Apps. Now, the shell apps here are just scripted installs that you can add yourself. And we've got a couple examples already. Just click over here to see what's inside, and over on the left, we've got some PowerShell code, and that will detect if the app is installed, and then other code to do the install and the uninstall. And you can just upload all your own code for your existing apps and manage it all in one place. Now, for most of this other app stuff, we need to first scroll down to the settings and then go to Environment and then the Nerdio tab. Then go to Unified App Management. This is how Nerdio can use external app repos. Just click the link here, pick the type, and then add whatever other details you need and hit OK. And with that done, you can go back to the Applications section and go to the Unified Catalog. Then you've got apps here imported from all of those other repos. Now, one more thing. On the left, go to App Groups. Create a new one, give it a name, and let's just limit it to Shell Apps and Intune for now. Type what you want, and then click here to add another app. And I'll just throw in a few more and click Save, and I'll add one more group just for fun. And we can deploy all of these things in a few different ways. Go to Deployment Policies, add a new one, give it a name, select the install group, and next is where you want to deploy those apps. And if you pick the AVD workspace, it will deploy to all of the resources that are under that workspace, or you can just pick a particular pool. Then select the one you want, and of course, you can have multiple deployments. Now we can bring these apps into the custom image side as well. But first thing you should know is that Windows 365 has a hard limit of 20 custom images, which I know is going to be a problem for some of you. So maybe you'll want to go with the one common gold image approach and then use app groups to customize them during deployment. So let's go to Desktop Images on the left and click the New from Azure library. Give it a name and a description, pick the network that you want it to build on, and then we have the image dropdown. Now just type Cloud PC here to make it simple, and then pick whichever one you like. Now the VM size actually has nothing to do with your cloud PC at all. This is just for the imaging VM that we're creating, and the same is true for the OS disk, but I'll pick a premium SSD here so the VM can work as fast as possible. Then you select the resource group where the imaging VM will live, and the standard security is just fine for all this. Now, nothing in any of my processes needs to be joined to the domain, so I'll remove that, and you will want to enable Cloud PCs. That way, Nerdio can import the image into Windows 365 for you. Then scroll down. Now, because Windows 365 is a single session platform, FSLogix generally shouldn't be installed, but you should check this box so that Nerdio will convert your premium SSD into a lower cost hard drive when the VM isn't running, so you can save a bunch of money. And here's where we can add the apps for our installs. Just select the install group like we did earlier, pick whichever group you want, and you're done. Or you can add them just one at a time if you need to, or both. And just select your tags at the bottom and you're done. The VM will get built, configured, sysprep, captured, and imported into Windows 365 while you are just having lunch. So the next step is your network. Now, Windows 365 actually has 3 different network options. First, you pick your join type of intra-cloud join or hybrid join. Then the network type. Intra-join can live on the Microsoft hosted network that you do not manage and you won't see your VMs or your NICs. Or you can pick an Azure network connection that you do manage. Just be aware that internet access is required for Windows 365 to function, and any networks built after March 31st, 2026 no longer have default outbound internet access, so you'll need to provide your own internet connection. And we've covered that in several videos on the channel, so you can go and watch that at the end. So let's add a new network connection, give it a name and select your type, then the resource group where the cloud PC's NICs will live, and the network. Now, in a few minutes, the service will communicate with the Azure VNet and get everything all connected. Now, if you do get a warning here, you can just click on that and see what's going on. And in this case, this is just about Kerberos and SSO, which I'm not going to worry about in this environment. Now go over to the assignments and click over here to view your cloud PCs. Then you can click the 3 dots here and you've got your 4 R's of reprovision, restore, resize, and restart. And you can give the users more power over in the user's settings. Just give it a name and then decide if you want to give them local admin rights. And you can also allow them to do their own restores all the way back to 24 hours. And then you assign it to a particular group. And you can also enable here cross-region disaster recovery. And that can go to a Microsoft network or to your own DR network. Just be sure that that's added in the Azure Network Connections first, or else you won't see it. And this is just the beginning. From here, you can add policies, change configurations, and automate basically everything you need to manage your cloud PCs. And you should click right over here to see how you do that.